Alright, welcome to this episode of Let's Play WoW. We're going to play on the alts today, mainly because I have an alts playlist, and I want to put a video in the alts playlist, and I build up a little more rested. I cannot quite get a whole level before rested runs out, and so I'm going to let Fuller and Eliz build up a little bit of rested bonus. So this is the account that Fuller is in, and I have in this account, and then this one is Eliz. I have in this account, I have my mage, my hunter, shaman, another paladin. This was actually my first paladin, and then there's a monk. That was my monk. This is my one horde character, a death knight, because yeah, that death knights, and that's my banker, and that's my level 30 warlock. That's as far as I ever got. And then there is a level 9 hunter that for a short period of time a family member played. We're looking at, and over here I have my druid, another death knight. This is my main death knight. I've got one of my male characters, Gadala. He is a warrior. I believe he's a monk. Yeah, I have another paladin. I have 3 paladins: Fuller, Addison, and Kadosh. And then there is oh, I forgot about this guy, level 1 rogue. Only rogue that I have left. I've deleted. And then another couple of little dudes. These are the 2. This was my goblin. I wanted to go through the goblin starting zone. That's all I did. And this is another paladin. That's my 4th paladin. This one I haven't used in ages, but when I did, it was to help other people leveling up in that leveling range. For a long time I had experience points turned off so that she would not level up anymore, and I could stay with people in my guild as they were leveling through that. I would run dungeons and things with them. Alright, so today we're looking at the druid and the mage. Once I started playing Fuller and Eliz together, I went back and I started playing others together. I started trying to pair things up, and for some reason I have a caster druid and a mage playing together, and I've played them together for a long time. I've always tried to figure out better combinations. The death knight and the hunter work well together. The warrior and the shaman, they work pretty well together. Paladin and paladin work really well together. I could switch that up, I suppose, and put the paladin with the mage, and that would put the other paladin with someone else. I think I'm gonna do that this time. And let's just see what happens. So this is new. This is a new experience. What we're going to do, start these guys off, and to get their talents and things set up. And so we will. I'm going to take a little break here on the recording. I'll come back when I get things set up and we're ready. I'm going to do a couple of those very early Stormwind quests, and talk about a few things as we go along. Alright, be right back after the loading screen and all of that stuff. Alright, we're back. We are back at the I have, well, done the spellbook thing and done the add-ons thing, and I did not fiddle with the armor, and I'm not going to. Let's let these guys start off in whatever they had on when they hit level 100 or last time they played. I don't really even know what it is, but apparently I can dress up like Evan Van Cleef if I wanted to. I also got 4 new backpacks. This is somewhere between when I quit playing and now. They added 4 slots to the backpack. So I did a lot of things where I have a cracked egg. I should open it. And I got a toy. Already know it. Already know that toy. Delete that guy. We are on our way to Stormwind. We're gonna do those intro quests. We'll roll here for a little while, and then call it. So this is the mage, night elf mage, and this is paladin. I'm second guessing playing another paladin, but you know, an apparent prism of light is no longer a spell, so I'll get rid of that. And this looks familiar to how I set up my Addison is in protection, and Kailie is in frost. I would say during Warlords I was never really a great, I don't know what that was, a great mage, and I thought I'd turn Mr. Plow off. Mr. Plow does not work, so I use an add-on called Add-on Control Panel, and I feel like if you don't have Add-on Control Panel, you're probably playing the hard way. Mr. Plow is an add-on. I don't want it. Now I don't have to do anything. I can just hit Reload UI, and it takes care of that from within the game. Add-on Control Panel, I'm a very big fan of that one. And there's so many. Just trying to get everything situated so that we can play. What is that? Omen. Omen is the threat meter. I don't have that on. Probably won't be turning that on. Helium is one of the few add-ons where you can move the tooltip thing outside. Unfortunately, Helium, it seems to be working okay on these. Flash of light. So I just healed Addison for flash of light. You can see the things. Get this guy reloaded. And then I'm gonna go ahead. I will hit the teleport button. Got the quest item to return and speak to the recruiter in Stormwind Harbor. Got that spinning wheel of death. That's not a good thing. Put my sound back in the earbuds. Sorry about that. And we'll get this guy to Stormwind eventually. I can only find 2 of the mage spells that I wanted to put on the helium bar, and so I'm going to reconfigure that bar so that it doesn't have all those other ones on it. Set a new subscriber to the YouTube channel. I'm not sure if it was my main channel or this one. Who's gonna win? So there is a story behind all my characters being females. They're not all females, but for a long time they were. And my first character was a rogue that was named Lancel. Lancel for one of the characters in my fiction project, fantasy science, my fantasy fiction project called The World of SILIAR. So Lancel was one of my characters. So that was my first World of Warcraft character, and I made a rogue. And if you've never played World of Warcraft, starting with a rogue it's a hard class to play. It's a very effective class, but it requires a lot of moving around and positioning. Then my second character was Kadosh, which will be one of the alt sets. And then something happened. I was playing Kadosh and Lancel, and I got Lancel up to around level 30, but I was playing Kadosh with a group of friends, and playing Lancel with a different group, and I don't exactly remember how, but we all ended up on our second characters instead of our first characters, and so Kadosh was level 40 or something. Now, it's still loading, as you can see. Looks like the mage may have gotten there first, and did. So we're up to level 40, and there we are. And so I have this quest. I had to go get a bunch of pirate hats, and it was over near Steamwhittle, and Kadosh's in, plate armor and everything. Now, there was a point of time when I first started playing, it was early Lich King, and that you would have to go get 10 somethings that the bad guys would drop, and it might take you a long time. Like there's one that was in the dark forest thing south of Stormwind where you had to get 10 skeleton fingers, but you only could get like one skeleton finger off of every 3 or 4 skeletons. And I always thought that was weird, because doesn't every skeleton have 10 fingers, or 8 if you don't count the thumbs? But anyway, you had to kill a lot of skeletons. Well, I had to collect these pirate hats, and I had to kill a lot of pirates in order to get the pirate hats. Addison is following Kailie. So I was going, and so the people who were wearing the pirate hats were mostly these female pirates, or they were all pirates. Some of them were females, and they had on like jeans and a tank top or something. So the Kadosha's in his armor. Now, after I got my bachelor's degree, I got another degree, another master's. I got my first master's degree. And then my second graduate degree was in counseling. And then I went on and got a seminary degree, another graduate degree. So along the way, there was a lot of classes dealing with people who were survivors of abuse. And I guess that was in my head, as this hulking dude in plate armor was killing these young ladies in tank tops to take their hat. And I found that strangely uncomfortable. And so I talked to one of my colleagues about it, and he was like, "Don't worry about it, no big deal." He goes, "Why don't you just like make a priest and be a healer?" And I was like, "I'll do that." So I made Eliz, but I didn't make Eliz first. I made a priest. It was a dude in a dress, and I was like, I can't put this dude in a dress. Now a lot of males who play casting class people will play female characters because they don't want dudes in a dress. Well, anyway, I made Eliz, and when Eliz got attacked by the low-level female characters, it felt like, you know, it was a fair fight. I don't know. It's illogical. It doesn't make any sense. But that is why I had to. It was the pirate hat quest. All right, that's why I have played mostly female characters. But I got over that at some point. I've got some male characters now, and Kadosha's still around. He's still male.
Be careful.
I'm gonna get a ring. I'm gonna get a ring from Stormwind.
For the Alliance.
I feel like I must.
Well met.
I don't know what just happened.
Go with honor, friend.
Following Addison. I gave Addison the 2-person rocket. I mean, they both have it. I just put it on Addison's hotkey. There was gotta polish my armor. That was over there. And then the rest of them were. So the quests are carried out in these circles, armor polish. That is also something they did not have when I first started playing. Quests were much more difficult to find. The other night I couldn't find the entrance to the Temple of the Loon, and I literally spent like 5 minutes looking for that. At least 5 minutes. I said 5 minutes in the video, but it may have spent longer. I'm standing on the table. Not that far to go. Whoops. Popcorn wagon. Wonder if I have any garbage to sell. There's not no vendor there. Thought that was a vendor. It's Addison with an E. I think Addison with an I was taken. And oh, he's a vendor. Let's see if I have any junk to sell.
You need something?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember if this was in the last version I played, but I have 58. I have 58 of those. I've got ring. All he sells is vanishing powder. A lot of junk. I think I feel like Addison must be an engineer. Addison is an engineer. What is Kailie? I don't remember. Leatherworking. That makes sense for a mage. And herbs, I think. I don't know. Let's find out. I can't even remember. Isn't that terrible? It's been that long. Professions. Herbalism and leatherworking. I do not know why she's a leather worker. Eliz used to be a tailor, so that's probably why I didn't want 2 tailors. What was I doing? Questing. Gotta go here. It's not that far. And now we have to go have a duel. This, I don't remember how this worked out the first time. I know that there was a lot of dying at one point. I think I did the duel first because I found this first. So I do not know if I can do both of them at the same time. I'm going to try. Yep. It took a bit. I chose the wrong one. I chose the wrong one. I did lay on hands on the priest. That seemed like a really good choice. So I don't have the right spells in the right place. I was looking at my spell bar more than my health bar. Stormwind Cemetery. Well, when you're dead, you can fall off the ledges and not die again. That would be kind of a weird twist if your ghost could die because you fell off a cliff. I would not like that. fell off a cliff in Tetracell. It's the Night Elf starting zone. I ended up in the ocean. And I was trying to run back to my body. And I never could get back. I ended up having... I don't remember the details. I just remember spending a long, long time trying to get back, you know, to my body. So we've been at this for 17 minutes and we've done one quest. I need to go somewhere and turn this in. We're going out to the boat.
Hey there.
Hey there.
Be careful.
After I finish this video, I'm gonna go get these guys, get my heirloom gear, and put them on these guys, and so I remember what happens next, and it's a long bunch of semi-cinematic, semi-plays. And so since I am in a place where I'm getting rested bonus, I'm gonna bring this video to a close, leave these guys here, get a few things done off camera, but we will pick up with Addison and Kailie's adventures as they launch into Legion, So thank you for watching. Hopefully this is enjoyable for you. It is for me. I enjoy doing it. So we will see you in the next episode. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications, leave me a comment, question, or a suggestion. And that's all for this one.